Hello, my wonderful friends, and welcome back to Grow Every Day. This is the place where we discover the joy and success hidden in the small steps we take every single day. Does this sound familiar? It's the beginning of the year. You are completely fired up, and you set these huge, ambitious goals for yourself. This year, I'm going to the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to read 50 books. I'm going to meditate for 30 minutes every single day. You start off strong in that first week, but by week 3, or maybe by February, your running shoes are back in the closet, your book is still on the same page, and your meditation practice has turned into scrolling on your phone in bed instead. If you've ever been there, I want you to know you are not alone. We have all been there. And it doesn't mean you're lazy or a failure. It might just mean that the method we've been using is just too big for our brains. Today we're going to talk about a secret that most people overlook. The secret is that big, lasting life change doesn't come from a few huge actions. It comes from very small actions, repeated over and over again. Today we're diving deep into the world of tiny habits and how they can change our lives in the most incredible way. If you're ready to discover the massive power of thinking small, let's get into it together.
Before we get into how to build tiny habits, let's first understand why our big, grand plans often fall apart. I want you to imagine that your motivation or willpower is like your phone's battery. You wake up in the morning with a full charge, 100%, but every decision you make, every time you try to force yourself to do something difficult, it slowly drains that battery. Now, a big goal, like go to the gym for an hour after work, requires a ton of battery power. Your brain immediately starts calculating, I have to drive there, change my clothes, be around a bunch of people, get all sweaty and tired. Just thinking about it is exhausting, right? So your brain, which is designed to survive and conserve energy, immediately starts to resist. It whispers to you, "You've had such a long day. It's so much easier to just lie down and watch a show." And in the end, we give in. And that, my friends, is the trap. We tend to wait until we feel motivated to take action, but motivation is like a flaky friend. It comes and goes, and you can never really rely on it. Tiny habits work in the exact opposite way. A tiny habit is an action that is so small, your brain feels like it doesn't waste any battery. It's so easy that there's no reason to say no. Building a tiny habit isn't about fighting your brain. It's about tricking your brain into going along with you. It's like pushing a tiny pebble every day instead of trying to move a whole mountain. It's about switching the game from relying on motivation to building a system that runs on autopilot. Okay, let's get to the heart of today's episode, the how-to. There is a simple 3-step formula for creating tiny habits, and I promise anyone can follow it. Step 1, make it ridiculously small. This is the most important rule. You need to shrink your big goal down into an action that takes less than 2 minutes and is so easy you almost laugh. You should think, that's it? That's all I have to do? If your big goal is read every day, your tiny habit is read 1 page, not 1 chapter, just 1 page. If your big goal is meditate every day, your tiny habit is sit down, close your eyes, and take 3 deep breaths. If your big goal is exercise every day, your tiny habit is change into your workout clothes. Yes, that's it. Just put on the clothes. If your big goal is write nightly, your tiny habit is write 1 sentence. The goal of this step isn't to see immediate results. The goal is to win the battle of starting and to make sure the behavior actually happens each day. Step 2, find a home for your habit. Anchor it to an old one. So you don't forget to do your new habit, you need to attach it to a habit you already do automatically every day. This is a technique called habit stacking. The formula is after I blank, current habit, I will blank, new habit. Let's look at some examples. After I make my morning coffee, I will read 1 page of my book. After I brush my teeth before bed, I will write 1 sentence in my journal. After I take off my work shoes, I will immediately change into my workout clothes. Doing this is like creating a superhighway in your brain. It connects your new behavior to a path that's already strong and well-traveled, which makes it so much easier to do without even thinking. Step 3. Celebrate immediately. So many people skip this step, but it is absolutely crucial. Every single time you complete your tiny habit, you have to celebrate immediately to reward your brain. A celebration doesn't have to be a big deal. It just has to be something that makes you feel good and that you can do the second you finish your habit. It could be making a fist and whispering yes to yourself, smiling at yourself in the mirror, doing a little happy dance move, or even just thinking to yourself, I did it, good job. When you do this, your brain releases a little bit of dopamine, the happy chemical, which wires the new behavior to a positive feeling, which makes your brain want to do it again next time. So let's recap, my friends. 1. Make it tiny. 2. Find it a home. And 3. Celebrate immediately. That's the whole formula.
So after you start doing your tiny habit for a little while, the next question is, can these tiny little actions really change my life? The answer is yes, absolutely. And here's why. The power of compounding. You know how compound interest works, right? Where a small amount of money slowly grows into a huge amount over time? Habits work the exact same way. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, calls this idea, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Reading just 1 page a day might not seem like much, but after a year, you'll have read 365 pages. That's a whole book. Doing just 2 push-ups a day might seem pointless, but as you continue, you'll get stronger and you'll automatically start doing more. It's not about seeing a big change in a day or two, it's about slow, steady, and sustainable growth over the long term. The power of identity change. This is the most powerful part of it all. Doing a tiny habit over and over again doesn't just change your actions, it starts to change your identity. Every time you read 1 page, you are casting a vote for your identity as, I am a reader. Every time you change into your workout clothes, you are casting a vote that says, I am a healthy person. The real goal isn't to read a book, it's to become a reader. It's not to go for a run, it's to become a runner. Once your identity starts to shift, your behaviors will naturally follow. So what happens if you miss a day? It's going to happen. There will be days you forget or just don't have the energy. The most important rule here is never miss twice. Missing 1 day is an accident. Missing 2 days in a row is the beginning of a new bad habit. If you miss today, that's okay. Just be kind to yourself and get right back on track tomorrow. That's it. You don't have to feel guilty or wait until next Monday to start over. And that is the entire world of tiny habits that we talked about today, my friends. It's about shifting your perspective from setting big, scary goals to focusing on a system of small actions that you can actually do every single day. The key is to start so small you can't say no, attach it to a habit you already have, and celebrate yourself every single time you do it. Remember, our goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want to invite you to just think about 1 tiny habit you'd like to try tomorrow. Don't overthink it, just pick the easiest one that pops into your head and try applying the 3 steps we talked about. Because real life change isn't waiting for you at the top of a mountain. It's happening in every tiny step you choose to take every single day. And that, right there, is the true meaning of growing every day. Thank you for spending this time with me, learning and growing together. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to Grow Every Day so you won't miss out on more ideas for building a better life, your way. For today, signing off. Have fun building your tiny habits. Goodbye.